All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. All right, so in today's live stream, we will take a look at Nvidia earnings. I haven't really looked into the numbers yet, but I think I heard over a YouTube somebody was covering it on YouTube, and they said it was pretty good. So we'll get into the numbers and see how the market is doing. I haven't even taken a look at the market to see if we bounce back. So let's actually take a quick look. Actually, let me check my mic before I continue. Give me just a second. Look at the market to see if we bounce back. So let's actually take a quick look. Actually, let me check my mic before I continue. Give me just. All right, it looks like my mic is working. Looks like my mic is working. Okay, so if we take a look at crypto, I think crypto was bouncing back. Yeah, it looks like crypto's bouncing back. It looks like altcoins are bouncing. Bitcoin was below 90,000. I think it was like 88, 89 when I was looking at it earlier. It's now at 90,543. So it looks like this Nvidia earnings is bringing the whole market up. So let's take a look at what happened here. So it says the earnings recap, what Nvidia reported, how it compared to expectations. So it says Nvidia delivered roughly 57 billion in revenue for its fiscal Q3, which represents about a 62% year-over-year increase and beat the $55 billion consensus. So it looks like they were expecting 55 billion. It came in at 57, so 2 billion over, which is pretty nice. It says data center segment revenue, which is the key barometer for AI infrastructure, came in at about 51.2 billion, marking a 66 gain and surpassing expectations. So it looks like there is still that demand for data centers. People continue to build out data centers, and the revenue for Nvidia beat. It says 66% gain and surpassing expectations. So I wonder what was expectations, because it doesn't say. Okay, so it beat, right? So adjusted earnings per share $1.30 ahead of the $1.26 forecast. Okay, so it looks like it beat that by 4 cents. Guidance for the next quarter, Q4, came in at around 65 billion, 2% in revenue, which is above the Wall Street estimate of 62, 63 billion. So again, a lot of people have been calling for an AI bust, but it looks like Nvidia, the strongest company in the market, which is heavily related to AI, is doing really well. And Nvidia always tends to do really well. It just so happens that, I mean, the last time that they reported earnings, they reported well and the market tanked. But at that time, the market was doing pretty good. Now, I mean, going into earnings, the market was already tanking. So maybe we get like the opposite effect, where we're seeing markets bounce back up because of Nvidia earnings. It says growth margin 73.4% this quarter, up from last quarter, but a bit down from the same quarter last year. And management expects margin near 75% next quarter. It says key takeaway: Nvidia not only beat on the top and bottom lines, but also offers strong forward guidance, suggesting the AI infrastructure build out is still very much in motion. And that's very important because, again, a lot of people, a lot of news outlets are calling for a bust or in this bubble. And I think this AI revolution is just getting started. Again, we spoke about all the robotics, self-driving. A lot of these things need AI, and you see a lot of companies incorporating AI into their everyday life. Google search is a thing of the past. Now, if you want to check something, it's through AI, and whether it's ChatGPT, Perplexity, and there's numerous amounts of these LLM models that you can use to get the data that you need to get. Now, And again, the data centers are just the demand for data centers is just going to grow. Because I mean, I use Chat GPT probably, over 10 times a day. So that is just, GPU power that's needed. Um, and it has to come from somewhere. So that demand for GPUs is only going to get stronger. People are going to want faster responses from things like Chat GPT. And the more it gets integrated in different processes, we're going to need more GPU power. We're going to need more data centers. So it's not a surprise that Nvidia, beat not only on top of bottom line, but also offered for a good forward guidance as well. Implications for the market. Giving your interest market here's so it says Nvidia has effectively become the canary in the coal mine for the AI infrastructure. Its results are being used by investors to gauge whether the scale of AI investment is continuing to accelerate or beginning to plateau. And I think with the numbers that we got today, we can see that it's still continuing to accelerate, right? Because its chips are used by major cloud providers and data center builders, Microsoft Corporation, Alphabet, Google, Amazon, a strong NVIDIA read implies broad strength across the AI ecosystem. Now, we've been seeing lately a lot of partnerships with the big companies, Google partnering with OpenAI and Microsoft and so on and so forth. But that is kind of the, money moving on the inside. We kind of need to see AI generate new revenue per se, right? Because that's kind of like old money moving around. And so when we get things like full self-driving, that's when we're going to start to see like more revenue come in. When we see Uber have a fleet of autonomous cars taking people around, that's going to create a lot of revenue, right? Especially even though it'll probably be cheaper, right? It'll be a cheaper cost, maybe. I'm not sure because I hear the Waymo is very, very expensive. Or at least some rides. I'm not sure if it's all like that, but I think the last time when I was in San Francisco, I think it was like 40, $50. But again, to be honest, when I was in New York, that Uber was very expensive. I mean, just to get around the corner, it was 25, $30. So yeah, I think we need to start seeing that new revenue come in from AI, not only from these companies doing partnerships together and saying, okay, I'm gonna give you 100 billion, I'm gonna give you 20 billion, 40 billion. Like we need to start to see, like that robot you're able to have in your house that helps you clean and do all different type of tasks. That will create revenue too once they could start doing other stuff, maybe running a restaurant or supervising something. I'm not sure, but we need to start to see that revenue come in from other things opposed to companies just doing partnerships and giving one another money, right? Okay. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Nvidia did really well with the earnings. And I think this is going to be the catalyst that gets the market to bounce back. We've been tanking like up until Nvidia earnings today. The market has been tanking, right? Bitcoin was at 88, 89, and we needed some positive news. So I think this is going to be the start of it. I think we're going to get that interest rate cut in December. So I think that's going to be another positive catalyst. And then the clarity bill too. The CEO of Coinbase is working in Congress to help get that passed. I mean, there's other people too, but he's the first one to come to mind because I've seen a video on X that he's trying to get that delivered in December and then get that signed here pretty soon. And then what else? So interest rates, we already got the government open back up. Yeah, so I mean, we have a bunch of catalysts coming up. I just think now that we got this positive news from Nvidia, I think it's going to carry the market into all those other catalysts, and then we're going to see the bull market continue. All right, that's pretty much it. I will play a couple games of chess, and we will be done for the day. What is he gonna do? I knew he wanted to chase. Perfect. Somebody sent me something. Let's do this. I'm moving kind of slow right now. I think this is checkmate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is checkmate. I'm not sure. We'll see what he does here. Checkmate. I knew he was going to do that. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, because I had that. He either could have taken the horse, which is what he did, and that was going to be checkmate, or he had to move that pawn from G2 down because either way that would have been checkmate with the horse. So he's probably thinking about that. All right, so that was my first game. Let's do my last game, and I will be done for the day. Perfect. Um, ah, that was the wrong move for me. Yep, that was the wrong move. Um, yeah, that was the wrong move for me. Wrong move. You know what? I think I could take that pawn though. That was okay. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he took that. Damn it. Darn it. Can I win off of time is the question. Mm. I don't know if that was good for him. All right. Oof. Darn it. Ooh, I think I'm gonna win. Yes. Hailed it. I hailed it. I know he's pissed. All right. That's pretty much it. But yeah, so Nvidia reported pretty good earnings today. It just suggests that the AI boom is still here, and hopefully that positivity trickles into the crypto market. We're already seeing positive bounces in BTC altcoins, and yeah, very positive for the market. We have some upcoming catalysts. Again, we are getting economic data too, so that's also going to help out. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll give an update on Sunday's live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.